Have you ever found yourself looking back and thinking, if only I had done things differently? As we grow older, the choices we make don't just shape our present, they ripple into our future, quietly building either a life full of joy, purpose, and health, or one weighed down by regrets, loneliness, and struggles. Hello, my modern and unstoppable seniors. Welcome to Wellness for Modern Seniors, where we dive into the wisdom and tools you need to live your best life at every age. Today, we're going to explore 5 huge mistakes that many people make as they grow older, mistakes that can slowly but surely erode happiness and health. These are not always obvious errors. In fact, some happen so gradually that you barely notice the damage until it's deep-rooted. But here's the good news. Once you recognize these common pitfalls, you can take control, avoid unnecessary setbacks, and create a future where your later years are filled with vitality, meaningful connections, and peace of mind. We're going to break down each mistake, explore why it happens, and most importantly, how you can steer clear of them to build a better, brighter life. So, if you want to make sure you're not unintentionally holding yourself back, this video is made just for you. Stick with me until the end, because this isn't only about avoiding problems, it's about embracing a joyful, healthy, and fulfilling path forward. Now, let's get started. One of the most common and damaging mistakes my modern and unstoppable seniors make as they age is neglecting their physical health. It doesn't usually happen overnight. Instead, it creeps in quietly, skipping that daily walk here, choosing quick convenience foods there, or ignoring those little aches and pains. But here's the truth. Much of what we consider normal aging is actually the result of lifestyle choices, not just the passing of time. Imagine this: simple movements like standing up from a chair, climbing a few stairs, or reaching for something on a high shelf become harder and harder. That loss of strength and balance isn't inevitable. It happens because muscles weaken and joints stiffen when we don't use them regularly. And when mobility drops, it doesn't just affect your ability to move, it increases your risk of falls, which is one of the biggest dangers for seniors. A single fall can lead to serious injuries, long recovery times, and even permanent changes in your independence. Take Henry, for example. At 74, he thought he was healthy, but over time, he started skipping his daily walks. Soon, he noticed his knees ached, and standing for long periods left him exhausted. By the time he decided to get back to exercise, he had lost a lot of strength and stamina. It took months of consistent effort to rebuild what he'd lost, and he often wished he hadn't slowed down in the first place. Nutrition plays an equally important role. Many seniors believe that because their appetite isn't what it used to be, they don't need to worry about what they eat. But as we age, our bodies need more protein to keep muscles strong, more calcium for bones, and fiber for digestion. Relying on processed foods, skipping meals, or snacking on quick bites might seem convenient, but it can lead to nutrient deficiencies that sap your energy, weaken your immune system, and increase the risk of chronic illnesses like diabetes and high blood pressure. Another silent mistake is skipping regular doctor visits. It's common to avoid checkups if you feel fine, but many health problems like high blood pressure or early bone loss show no symptoms until they become serious. Routine screenings help catch these early, making treatment easier and more effective. Here's the bright side. It's never too late to make changes. Even adding a short daily walk or swapping out processed snacks for fresh fruit can have a big impact. Strength training with light weights or resistance bands helps preserve muscle and balance, reducing fall risk. Prioritizing your physical health isn't about fighting aging. It's about giving yourself the freedom to keep enjoying the activities and people you love for years to come. So, my modern and unstoppable seniors, let's move with purpose eat with intention, and care for our bodies as the incredible vessels they are. Now, my modern and unstoppable seniors, let's talk about a mistake that often goes unnoticed but can quietly steal away joy and health: withdrawing from friends, family, and community. At first, it might seem harmless to say no to social invitations, to stop making calls, or to assume that others are too busy to keep in touch. But over time, this kind of isolation can become a heavy burden. Human connection is not just a nice to have. It's essential for our mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. Without regular social interaction, feelings of loneliness can deepen. And loneliness isn't just an unpleasant emotion. It's linked to serious health risks. Studies show that social isolation can increase the risk of heart disease, weaken your immune system, and even accelerate cognitive decline. In fact, loneliness has been compared to smoking 15 cigarettes a day in terms of its impact on health. When we don't engage in conversations, share experiences, or nurture emotional bonds, our brains miss vital stimulation. This can lead to memory problems and an increased risk of dementia. Let me share Dorothy's story. At 76, she slowly stopped reaching out to friends, thinking they were busy or wouldn't want to be bothered. Weeks turned to months, and soon, she was spending most of her days alone, with only the TV for company. Her energy faded, her mood darkened, and she lost interest in activities she once loved. But when Dorothy took a brave step to reconnect, calling an old friend, joining a local hobby group, inviting her grandchildren over more often, her world brightened. She rediscovered purpose and happiness through these connections. So, how can you, my modern and unstoppable seniors, avoid this pitfall? Make reaching out a priority. Set a goal to connect with someone every day. Even a quick phone call or a chat over coffee counts. Explore community groups, clubs, or volunteer opportunities where you can meet people with similar interests. Technology can also be a wonderful tool. Video calls, social media, and online classes can help bridge the gap when meeting in person isn't possible. Remember, staying connected isn't just about avoiding loneliness. It's about enriching your life with laughter, support, and love. It fuels your spirit and keeps your mind sharp. Don't let isolation quietly chip away at your happiness. Reach out, engage, and build those meaningful connections that nourish your soul. Now, my modern and unstoppable seniors, let's dive into something just as important as physical health and social connections: your mental health and cognitive wellness. Unfortunately, many people overlook this part of well-being, especially as they get older. There's still a stigma around mental health, and many seniors brush off feelings of anxiety, sadness, or confusion as just part of getting old. But the truth is, mental health struggles are not inevitable, and ignoring them can lead to serious consequences. Mental health includes how we manage stress, handle emotions, and cope with changes in life. It also means actively caring for our brain's health to preserve memory, focus, and decision-making skills. Depression and anxiety are more common than many realize among older adults, yet they often go undiagnosed and untreated. This can lead to a decline in quality of life, withdrawal from activities, and worsening physical health. Cognitive decline, like memory lapses or slowed thinking, can also be a normal part of aging, but it doesn't have to spiral out of control. Keeping your brain active and healthy requires effort, much like caring for your body. Let me tell you about George. At 78, he started feeling forgetful and struggled with concentrating on simple tasks. Instead of seeking help, he ignored these signs. Over time, his symptoms worsened, and he found himself isolated and frustrated. With support from his family and healthcare professionals, George began mental exercises, social activities, and therapies designed to strengthen his brain function. Today, he feels more engaged, confident, and hopeful. So, What can you do to protect your mental health and cognitive function? First, don't hesitate to talk openly about your feelings. If you're feeling anxious, sad, or overwhelmed, reach out to trusted family members, friends, or professionals. Mental health is just as important as physical health, and seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Second, keep your mind sharp with regular brain workouts, crossword puzzles, reading, learning a new skill or language, or even playing stress. Music can challenge your brain and build new neural connections. Third, manage stress with relaxation techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or gentle yoga. Chronic stress can damage the brain over time, so it's important to find healthy ways to unwind. Finally, maintain a healthy lifestyle with good nutrition, physical activity, and adequate sleep. These all support brain health. Remember, my modern and unstoppable seniors. Nurturing your mind and emotions is key to living a vibrant, fulfilling life. Don't ignore what's going on inside. Care for your mental health just as you do your body. All right, my modern and unstoppable seniors. And now we come to an area that can cause a lot of hidden stress and hardship if not handled well: financial planning and management in your later years. Money matters might not be the most glamorous topic, but they have a huge impact on your happiness and peace of mind. Unfortunately, many seniors find themselves unprepared for the financial realities of aging, leading to avoidable struggles. Sometimes it's because they've never taken the time to review their finances as they got older. Maybe bills, medical expenses, or unexpected costs start piling up, and suddenly the budget feels tight. Or they may have made decisions earlier in life without fully understanding how those choices would affect their retirement or long-term care. For others, it's about not having a clear plan for managing money or not asking for help when needed. Pride or embarrassment can keep people from seeking advice from trusted professionals or family members. Consider Margaret, who retired happily but didn't adjust her spending or savings habits for her fixed income. When unexpected home repairs and healthcare costs arrived, she found herself stressed and struggling to keep up. It took months of financial juggling before she reached out for help and learned how to budget better, access benefits, and plan for future expenses. Here's what you can do to avoid this pitfall. Create a realistic, detailed budget that reflects your income, expenses, and savings goals. Review it regularly and adjust as needed. Plan for unexpected costs like healthcare, home maintenance, or emergencies. Having an emergency fund or insurance can provide crucial security. Seek advice from financial planners or trusted advisors who understand senior finances. They can help you maximize benefits, manage investments, and avoid scams. Keep important documents organized and accessible. This includes wills, powers of attorney, insurance policies, and medical directives. Discuss your financial situation openly with family or trusted friends. This can reduce misunderstandings and ensure your wishes are clear. Managing your money wisely doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means taking control, staying informed, and asking for support when you need it. When your finances are in order, you free yourself from worry and open the door to enjoy your retirement years fully, whether it's traveling, pursuing hobbies, or simply relaxing with peace of mind. Remember, my modern and unstoppable seniors, good financial health supports your overall well-being. It's never too late to take charge and create a stable, comfortable future. Here's the final mistake, my modern and unstoppable seniors: resisting change and closing yourself off to new experiences. As we get older, it's natural to crave comfort and routine, but when that turns into fear or avoidance of anything unfamiliar, it can quietly shrink your world and your joy. Many seniors fall into the trap of thinking that new things are too difficult or that they're too old to learn or try different activities. This mindset can create a cycle of stagnation, leading to boredom, loneliness, and missed opportunities for growth. The world is changing faster than ever, and embracing even small changes can keep your mind sharp and your spirits high. Whether it's learning new technology to connect with loved ones, trying out a hobby you've always been curious about, or even meeting new people, these experiences can reignite your passion for life. Take Helen, for example. At 80, she was hesitant to use a smartphone or explore social media, thinking it was not for her. But after some encouragement, she learned to video call her grandchildren and join online communities of seniors with shared interests. Her confidence grew and she felt more connected and energized. Change isn't always easy, but it's essential for staying engaged and resilient. Here's how to welcome change with open arms. Start small. Try one new thing each week or month, whether it's a new recipe, a class, or a book genre. Stay curious, ask questions, explore different perspectives, and be willing to step outside your comfort zone. Connect with others who inspire you or share your interests. They can encourage and support you through new experiences. Practice patience and kindness toward yourself. Learning and adapting takes time, and that's perfectly okay. Remember, my modern and unstoppable seniors, your later years can be some of your richest and most rewarding, full of discovery. Enjoy. Don't let fear of change hold you back from living fully and vibrantly. So, my modern and unstoppable seniors, Yves Arco, we've uncovered 5 major mistakes that can quietly erode your happiness and health as you grow older. But here's the most important truth. Recognizing these challenges is your first powerful step toward change. Neglecting your physical health, withdrawing from loved ones, ignoring your mental well-being, mishandling finances, and resisting new experiences don't have to define your story. With awareness and intention, you can rewrite your later years to be filled with purpose, connection, vitality, and peace. Every small step counts. Whether it's going for a walk today, reaching out to a friend, scheduling a health checkup, reviewing your finances, or trying something new, these actions build momentum that leads to a better quality of life. At Wellness for Modern Seniors, we are here to support you on this journey. You deserve to enjoy every moment and live fully with strength, wisdom, and joy. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe so we can continue bringing you empowering tips to thrive in your golden years. Remember, my modern and unstoppable seniors, the best is yet to come. Take care of yourself, stay curious, and keep moving forward. Until next time, stay well and stay unstoppable.